Person Kenny, we begin with a startling statistic. About half of New York City's public school children cannot read. They're failing proficiency exams, and the mayor is giving the city an F when it comes to preparing students. The Department of Education is about to get an overhaul, going back to the basics when it comes to teaching techniques. But one Catholic school in Queens has been teaching the basics all along, and their test scores are only going up. Current News' Jessica Easthope has that story from Forest Hills.
Does anyone want to add to that?
On Thursday, James Lucas' 7th grade class at Our Lady Queen of Martyrs Catholic Academy has a test on the last book they read in ELA.
Daniel was repetitively forced to move to different concentration camps.
A novel about a Holocaust survivor. And down in 1st grade,
that people deserve fair treatment.
Students are reading about Rosa Parks. At this school, reading isn't just a subject, it's everything.
It's going to take them away from the world they're in, just even for a brief moment, and allow them to be something more, dream bigger.
Ann Zuschlag has been principal of Our Lady Queen of Martyrs for 30 years. She's seen thousands of students graduate, all with a love of reading. And the school's test scores reflect that. On the English Language Arts state exam, of all 4th graders in New York City's public schools, 43.6% are meeting or exceeding the standards set for their grade. At Our Lady Queen of Martyrs, it's 66.6%. For 6th grade, there was a nearly 37% difference. And for 7th graders, a 30% difference.
So we're never really satisfied with where our students are performing, and I think that drives us.
James says in class, reading is a part of every subject, and his teachers keep him interested.
It's either we're learning about ELA in a packet or reading a chapter of our book or doing online activities every day, something different.
When Mary Beth McManus has 30 kids, all with different interests, working on the same assignment, she modifies each lesson to highlight individual strengths.
I see what's working and what's not working. We do a lot of group participation activities too. They can feed off of each other just to try to keep them engaged.
Recently, New York City announced it would be changing its approach to reading instruction. Instead of relying on context to help kids comprehend, it would be getting back to basics and utilizing a phonics-based curriculum. The one Our Lady Queen of Martyrs and the Diocese of Brooklyn never strayed from.
I'm grateful that they are recognizing what we've seen all along. We can adopt new things all the time, but we don't have to leave behind proven strategies.
And even James can see how his teachers have been building on his reading skills from early on.
I learned sounding out words, phonics, and now I've learned reading strategies, writing strategies.
And what numbers will never show is the excitement a new book can bring.
If we feel that we have children that love reading, then we're successful.
And how far reading will take these kids. In Forest Hills, Jessica Easthope, Currents News.
Other schools are coming up with fresh ways to strengthen the so-called tried and true old ways, and it's working at St. Patrick's Academy in Bay Ridge. The entire 6th grade class scored either a 3 or a 4 on their proficiency exams. Check out how they've been beating the reading slump.
You like hypnotize all the students?
Yeah, no, you're like,
This entire class is changing around the seating charts, instead choosing flexible seating. Students could sit in a desk, or they could pick the couch, rugs, and bean bags placed in the classroom. Mr. Brendan Maloney, the teacher who first pitched the idea to St. Patrick's principal, says it's been great for boosting grades.
Students, when they're more comfortable, work best, and I've seen grades become higher. And students' just confidence and motivation grow, and they become more independent.
So you may be wondering, with this free seating method, how do students not fight over the good spots? Well, it's not a free-for-all. If 2 students get to a spot at the same time, they're playing rock, paper, scissors for it. Gotta love it. So do you want to give your child the best education money can buy? Take a closer look at a Catholic education. Just visit CatholicSchoolsBQ.org or call 718-965-7380 for more information. If the cost of sending your kids to Catholic school makes you hesitate, don't. The nonprofit organization Futures in Education provides financial aid and scholarships to those who need it. And thanks to generous donors, the future is looking bright.
The tables were set for dinner and a show. Students from Midwood Catholic Academy getting the party started at Cipriani's Tuesday night for a Futures in Education fundraiser.
What a great night the Lord has given us.
Kids from St. Patrick Catholic Academy also showed off their talents. Showing the donors in the room how great a Catholic education can be. That's what this night was all about, raising money to help send more children to Catholic schools in the Diocese of Brooklyn.
Monsignor Romano, come on. Give me a little gift, come on.
After receiving donations, they were giving thanks to some special honorees, including NYPD Commissioner Keishant Sewell and FDNY Commissioner Laura Kavanaugh. Also honored Peter Golaya, Barbara Naclario, and Alejandro Monteverde.
You are here to help us achieve the goals of Futures in Education. And that is giving the opportunity to every student that wants to attend one of our Catholic schools in Brooklyn and Queens.
The goal was to raise $2 million, and thanks to the donors, $2.2 million was raised for Futures in Education. So want to learn even more about Catholic schools in the Diocese of Brooklyn? As always, we've got you covered. This Friday, we're taking a closer look at the students who are excelling in the classroom, the teachers who are guiding them, and the Catholic values that are instilled every day. So tune in this Friday for a Currents News School Year in Review special right here on Net TV. The humanitarian crisis in New York City continues to grow tonight. Parents and students protesting again Wednesday, day 2, over Mayor Eric Adams' plan to use school gyms to house new arrivals. 4 additional busloads of migrants arrived at Port Authority while that was happening, adding to the more than 65,000 asylum seekers who are already here. On top of his plan to use school gyms for shelter, the city may now be turning to a jail on Rikers Island for space. The 1,700-bed facility closed in June of 2022 and has been undergoing renovations. Officials from the Adams administration toured the empty facilities last week. At the same time, 2 New York City heroes are receiving the nation's highest honor for bravery. The families of fallen police officers Wilbert Mora and Jason Rivera accepted the Medal of Valor on their behalf Wednesday. That's the highest award this country can bestow on a public safety officer. The 2 cops were killed in January of 2022 while responding to a call about a family dispute in Harlem. Rivera died that night. Mora passed away 4 days later. And that is this Currents News update. I'm Christine Persichetti. We'll be bringing you abbreviated newscasts for the next few weeks, but as always, we are still committed to putting your faith in the news. Hope to see you again next time.